Welcome to Atlantic City, New Jersey. And here along the boardwalk, it's become known for having great fights. And it's making the transition from boxing to mixed martial arts. HDNET Fights presents Lou Neglia's Ring of Combat. Hello, everyone. I'm Kenny Rice. Glad that you could be with us tonight. Happy to be working with, as always, the gold medalist, Jeff Blatnick. We're talking about the MMA invasion here along the Jersey Shore. It's been happening long and strong in this decade.
Lou Neglia has been along a long time with these events. Used to call them submission grappling to get by back when MMA was unpopular with politics. But hey, this event is still around in the Ring of Combat, a successful organization.
And fight night in Atlantic City always stirs up excitement among sports fans. And tonight we have two up-and-coming welterweights in our main event. Eric Henry going against Gregor Gracie. Now, Henry's a guy you may not have heard of. You probably haven't heard of Gregor Gracie, but you're certainly familiar with the name. And when a Gracie's involved in MMA, it's almost like a DiMaggio who's taking batting practice. Everyone stops to look.
That's right. It's like a cult following with the word Gracie. And Gregor Gracie, let's think about what he has. Great teachers, his whole family. Obviously, great submissions because of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And when you look at it also, great genetics. The Gracie line have been great MMA fighters. On the other hand, Eric Henry, he's got some good hands. It'll be interesting to see if he tries to keep this fight standing to avoid all jiu-jitsu.
Well, Henry certainly has more experience, though not a lot of it himself. And Gracie comes into this with one fight and one victory. That was a submission in the first round. It's enough to create a buzz here in Atlantic City. And standing by with Gregor right now, let's go to our man on the scene as always here in MMA action on HDNET Fights, Ron Kruk. Ron?
Guys, when you mention the name Gracie, you immediately think of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and mixed martial arts, and keeping that tradition alive is a third generation of fighting Gracies, Gregor Gracie. Gregor, what does it mean to you and your family that you decided to pursue a mixed martial arts career and really follow in the footsteps of guys like Renzo, your cousin?
Yes, I always knew that I was going to be a fighter. And when I was younger, I wanted to quit school. My mom didn't let me. She made me go all the way. Well, it was worth it. But, I always knew, and I'm very happy one day if I can achieve what Renzo and Royce and all my uncles have, I'll be very proud of myself.
Always listen to Mom. Now, you mentioned Renzo, your cousin. He will be in your corner tonight. What advice has he given you?
Yes, he always says, remember where we came from. We came from the jiu-jitsu. Make sure you take it. You take your opponent down, and you just keep him there and look for the finish.
Your opponent tonight is a karate expert, Eric Henry. Now, that's a discipline you don't see too often in mixed martial arts. What's your strategy in this fight?
Yes, my strategy, I believe, is always going to be take my opponent down and be able to finish him. I saw a couple of his fights. He has very nice kicks. So I'm going to try to avoid that, just go for the clinch and take him down.
All right, we look forward to it. Guys, back to you at ringside.
Thanks, Ron. In addition to the main event tonight, two champions will be crowned. It is part of the Beast of the Northeast tournament that has been going on for several weeks. It culminates tonight. You have been here as a judge. You have seen this in action. You have seen Mike Massenzio and Lance Everson, who will be two of the combatants tonight to decide a title.
Yeah, Massenzio, good with takedowns. You probably want this fight to go to the ground. Everson, on the other hand, he is good at sprawl and brawl. In other words, evade the takedown, try to get on top, use his ground and pound skills.
Marc Berrocal against Charlie Brenneman as well in our other championship to decide who is the Beast of the Northeast in their division.
Berrocal, when I watched him, you're talking about a solid stand-up fighter. Throws power punches and watch out for the big right hook.
So we have two good fights coming up to decide championships, and we have a main event that everyone's been talking about against the up-and-coming welterweights. Jeff, tonight here in Atlantic City, for those who have been watching HDNET Fights, we'll see something a little different. It is the universal MMA rules, but when you see an elbow thrown, it will not be illegal.
That is correct. All elbows are legal here. The big thing is going to be with the kicks. You are not allowed to up kick to the head of an opponent when you are laying on your back. Normally that is legal. They are doing away with it here.
And now let's get ready for the first fight of the night. Nick Catone made his debut back in June. A victory with a decision over John Howard. young and talented. He was the male athlete of the year at Rider University, where he was an outstanding wrestler. We know with that, we expect him to enjoy the ground game.
I agree with you, Kenny. That's where he makes his living. He's going to want to get it back down there.
And Catone is going against another young up-and-comer.
Before the fight starts, I'm going to bring you out in the middle and make sure you know touch gloves.
The lowdown on Catone. He's got good knees, good submissions, particularly a rear naked choke. He also is good at takedowns. I saw him do a nice duck under to get in there, and he likes to clinch.
And here's his opponent, Ben Knight, who did not make his pro debut until August the 25th of this year. So we have two fighters coming in. Collectively, they have roughly about 4 months of mixed martial arts pro experience between them.
You know, I did not get to see Knight fight, so I don't know what skills he truly possesses in competition.
He's faced a couple of veteran fighters in Fernando Rivera and Cesar Barros in his 2 losses. As we take a look at the tail of the tape, and again, it would appear that Catone is the man that wants it on the ground. Ben Knight is the guy that wants this standing up. Let's go now to ring announcer Peter Neglia for the official introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, the first of our main card events brings us 3 5-minute rounds of mixed martial arts in the middleweight division, 185-pound weight limit. The bout sponsor is Active Fire Sprinkler Corporation, and controlling the action in the middle of the ring is Big Dan Miragliata. Introducing first out of the blue corner, from Team Ricardo Almeida and the BJJ Shore Academy. He is wearing the white trunks and weighing at 185 pounds. From Bricktown, New Jersey, welcome please, Nick Catone! And across the ring, he'll be coming out of the red corner. From Team Vulture, wearing the fiery multicolored shorts, he weighed in at 185 pounds. From Keene, New Hampshire, welcome please, Ben Knight!
Let's go! All right, you guys both understand the rules, right? Any questions on the rules? All right, touch gloves, come out, stay fight, come out, fight. Let's go.
The veteran Dan Miragliata, always the biggest man in the ring, is our referee, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds.
You ready? You ready? Timekeeper, let's go, fight!
Keep that jab out there, keep that jab out there.
See if Knight can make this as much of a stand-up early as possible. Catone trying to shoot in there, and already on the defensive trying to stand up is Ben Knight.
I go to rope.
Knight doing a nice job there. Stepped in. It was a half trip, half takedown attempt. That was slick. That's advanced.
Snap him down, watch your head, Nick.
And he's no stranger to an over-under clinch either. This is what Catone likes to do. He likes to clinch, staying tight.
Elbow, Nick.
Watch for the knees. There they are.
He's looking for that single leg, and he gets it. And now Catone is in his element. The wrestler out of Rider University getting the takedown here early in the first.
1 minute, 1 minute.
There's the posture up. Nice job, and he's raining elbows.
Those last 2 landed square in the face, and now Knight gives up his back, and that fight is called. It's over. First round, Nick Catone puts away Ben Knight. And wasted no time once he got this to the mat.
He was merciless. That's the only word I could come up with right there. That was merciless. He got him down, and he started raining.
108. 108.
Here's Catone going to work.
Now over left underhook, over under attempt, and there he just picks the far knee, and he gets enough leverage to bring Knight to the ground. And here is corner screaming posture, and that's the left knee on the belly, able to get the head high, and that allows room to strike. And And this was relentless, particularly those elbows.
Before the introduction to the fighters, they wanted me to tell you also.
And Nick Catone continues to be impressive in a pro career that did not begin until back in June. And there you see the blood on Ben Knight, which, you know, that's another debate for another time. I still do not like the elbows. Ben Knight, he would have taken some punches from Catone. It'd have been interesting. The elbows cut him, but I think he'd already put him away with the good power in those elbows.
He turned away.
But the blood's almost meaningless here.
Right, it had nothing to do.
Knight.
Right, it had nothing to do with the decision. But certainly it shows the power of those elbows.
All right, Nick Catone is the winner, and let's get the official time of this first round TKO.
Ladies and gentlemen, at 1 minute and 8 seconds of round 1, by ref stoppage due to unanswered blows, the winner came out of the blue corner, Nick Catone. Catone our bout winner. Ladies and gentlemen, our good show is a good sportsmanship. Hard-fought bout. Congratulating the fighter on behalf of our sponsor, Active Fire Sprinkler, is Kayla.
Christmas
Lauren,
comes early to Nick Catone here in Atlantic City, as he gets the takedown on Ben Knight, is able to get the elbows in there to the forehead, and Ben Knight's evening ended quickly.
Merciless.
If my wife saw that, now I'm gonna have to clean up the dog pen.
Marc Stevens making his way to the ring. He had a 5-win streak stopped just last month, losing in a TKO to Lance Everson. But Stevenson is a well-rounded fighter. He has been, at least in this part of his career, coming into the night.
He's got solid wrestling skills. As you said, he did lose to Everson. But he is here on the rebound, and what we talk about in coaching is what is your response to what just happened, and it'll be interesting to see what he does.
An interesting matchup tonight for Marc Stevens, as he's in the ring now awaiting his opponent, Alexis Aquino. Aquino with the loss to a veteran fighter in Dante Rivera back in June. That was a second round heel hook submission, his loss that stopped his own 4-fight win streak. So both these guys trying to bounce back here tonight. Aquino against Stevens.
Big rebound test, makes it tough.
As we take a look at the tail of the tape, Jeff mentioned Stevens has that good wrestling background. He also has 3 wins by way of technical knockout. Aquino, meanwhile, impressive with a knockout of his own when he made his pro debut last year.
I'm sure Stevens, if he's on top, is going to be ground and pounding. Aquino out of Rhino. And Rhino, one of the big clubs down here in New Jersey.
Let's go back to Peter now to get the official introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next event brings us 3 5-minute rounds of mixed martial arts in the middleweight division, 185-pound weight limit. The bout sponsor is Nicholas Balastros Global Real Estate Services. Controlling the action in the middle of the ring is Big Dan Maragliata. Introducing, first from the blue corner, out of Thai Kai Jiu-Jitsu, wearing the black camo shorts, he weighed in at 183 pounds. From Syracuse, New York, welcome please, Marc Stevens! And ready for battle out of the red corner, from the Rhino Fight Team, wearing the white shorts with the black lettering, he weighed in at 185 pounds. From Bedford, New Jersey, welcome please, Alexis Aquino!
Alexis. All right, guys, you both know the rules, understand the rules? Any questions? All right, touch gloves, let's have a nice, clean, safe fight.
Scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Dan Mergliotti, the referee.
All right, you ready? You ready? Time, keep it ready. Let's go, fight.
Well, Aquino's coming out looking like a wrestler as he's stalking. Quick left hand by Stevens. Nice double. And he'll score. Oh, nice counter. He got thrown off at the last second.
That was interesting posture there, wasn't it?
Aquino's nose is now bloodied. Those jabs getting in. And a USA Wrestling tattoo on Stevens' back, so he is someone that enjoys the sport of wrestling. Oh, Aquino's got big intentions with that right hand.
Yeah, he meant well, didn't he?
And the nose now really bleeding after the knee.
It's pouring right now. Blood continues to come out of his nose.
And he ate a big-time knee there. That's what really opened the nose up. But those left jabs are crisp by Stevens. Nice kick.
Aquino has been in trouble almost at the start of this. Stevens with an unorthodox style, but it is working for him. I mean, it's almost a little bit like Ralph Macchio fashion, the way he has his hands opened up. And
yeah, it looks like he wants to catch the punch as it comes in.
Wax on, wax off. Instead, he's able to wax right now, quite poetically, on the face of Mark Stevens. Aquino, rather.
I like that one punch. You said it was kind of unorthodox. They actually train that. They make it look like a shot so that the man commits putting his hands down, which is your first line of defense, and setting the hips, and then you come right over the top with that punch.
Aquino with that nose is just wide open. Blood continues to pour out to his beard.
And that damage done early, both by jabs, but more importantly, that one knee that snuck through.
Aquino, though, has regrouped. Showed a lot of composure after taking some big shots early on. And now it's Aquino who has Stevens backed up in his own corner.
And it does look like Aquino's a little bit bigger than Stevens. Looks stronger.
Tries to shoot, but no, not that time. Stevens not able to get the takedown, and Aquino continues to get his knees in there. We hear from the Mark Stevens corner right next to us, Jeff. They're saying they're going to stop this fight because of the nose. Get another punch in there if you can. Open it up one more time.
It's actually coaching him to push him away by pushing on his nose.
Turn around, turn around, turn around. Ready? Go, fight.
Goes right back to that jab. But he's gotten tired, it seems. And the one time I did see him fight, I wrote it down, cardio problems starting the second round. So Stevens now kind of shutting down a little bit. Aquino may get a little confidence going.
Minus the bloody face, Aquino looks real good right now. He's very alert in his eyes as he's making his move, and that's a good knee. And he follows it up with the right. And Aquino now is trying to inflict some punishment here.
Nice little uppercut at the end of that flurry. And I think Aquino should do this. Even if he doesn't score, he's going to push the pace and perhaps put Stevens into more 0-2 deficit.
All right, separate. Let's go, come on.
Cardio, the ultimate submission in MMA.
We'll see if Stevens has used up all of his. He was inflicting the damage early, very early. But now it's been all Aquino, and Aquino has hurt Stevens. And Stevens wisely goes down to try to catch his breath here as Aquino was moving in on him.
Well, he tried a shot, but he doesn't want to stay down there too long.
He also wants to be careful as Aquino's
trying
to get a choke there.
Yeah, why doesn't he try to go take his back? Get behind him and throw those punches. But it does appear that Stevens' energy level has dropped. He is not as active as he was.
First 45 seconds of this fight, it looked like Mark Stevens was ready to put it away. Alexis Aquino, bloodied, a busted nose, is able to come right back and make this a contest, and now is taking control himself.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough one to judge.
Final 10 seconds of the first round.
I mean, the blood is the only thing that really hurt Aquino. It's all over the place, but he doesn't look worse for wear. There's also a mouse under Stevens' left eye, so he got tagged.
Well, the second half of that round definitely belonged to Aquino. The first half to Mark Stevens, actually about the first minute, as the doctors over there are going to take a look at that busted nose of Aquino.
And we have, this hasn't happened in a while, but we got blood on our notes. It's been flying.
Now this is very early on, and coming out like a house of fire here is Mark Stevens.
And that was one powerful knee. That's where all the blood came from.
And then right back later in this round, it's a new man here, Alexis Aquino, still blooded, but he's the one that's delivering the battery.
There you see Stevens connecting, but Aquino still trading there, able to score close to the end of the round there. Another one. He came on strong. He right now is feeling it. He knows he has Stevens depleted is the best word for it. Stevens is still dangerous, but boy, when he shuts down and doesn't be active, it seems to work very much against him.
On style, that was nice, but doing no damage at all with that kick.
For a minute there, it looked like Stevens was going to go on the rampage, but he backed off. His left eye swollen. Talking about Stevens.
Nice low kick there by Aquino.
And there you saw him winding up with that overhand right. If Aquino bit on that fake leg kick.
Aquino has been able to measure off Stevens here. And again, he dodges that big sweeping roundhouse.
And he's all over Stevens' shot now.
And look how he's already cut the ring off on him.
Another nice.
Stevens shoots in and does a good move there. He could not stay up against the ropes right now, I don't believe, with Aquino.
Aquino up over the top. He's almost in. Well, the ropes are going to keep him from flying out. Looked like he had mount. Nice body shot there. No up kicks, so he shouldn't even be worried about those. He's not allowed to use them.
Aquino tripped up there by Stevens. But it's right back to the corner, and now Aquino wisely says, let's stand up. Dan Mergliotta concurs, and back on their feet they go.
And Stevens looks exhausted.
Oh, he's tired.
It took everything to get up, and then he did that big kind of like sigh when he got up. So he's on fumes, it appears.
You wonder if Stevens has one more big punch left in him. You see that unorthodox stance that he has there. I mean, he's right in the middle. Sometimes is it southpaw, is it right-handed?
And he knew he had a low blow there. They exchanged respect, knowing it was a little low, but
he
no
shoots
damage.
in, and Aquino sprawls out. Aquino very much the fresh fighter here.
Should try to take his back. Don't stay there, take his back. Get to where you can rain punches here. This is allowing Stevens to perhaps catch up a little bit cardio-wise.
Kind of interesting as well, because if you've ever been in a boxing gym, you don't see a boxer wearing the kind of shorts that Aquino does, right?
No,
this
not
is
at
a grappler. This is a wrestler. You would think that he would already be real at home here on the ground.
Yeah, well, when you're down on your knees, though, this could be a tough position unless you're looking to stall, and that's what I think he should have been doing right along. Now he can just open up.
Now he moves into a full mount, and giving up the back to him is Mark Stevens.
Hooks are in. Just needs to arch and flatten him.
Aquino might be ending this here in the second round.
And I'll tell you what, cardio-wise, if you get dropped to your chest with the legs in like that, it's tough to breathe. Oh, right now. And this is where he should just posture up, just arc up and rain him down.
That is, you see the way with a great camera angle here from Hank Lean, our director, and his crew. You see a lot of those punches actually just going right against the mat. So Aquino expending a lot of energy. Now some of those getting into the side and back of the head.
This looks bad. That's it.
That is it. Aquino has won it. Round number 2, TKO of Mark Stevens. Alexis Aquino looked like he was done 45 seconds into the first round. A busted nose, a little bit of a cut under his eye, but then he stormed back.
Some of his blood on our notes, and you're 100% right. Aquino showed that he could survive, and Stevens showed that cardio might be a problem for him, because when he shut down, when he became inactive, Aquino was able to get back into this fight and actually get confident about his skills. And there's where he flattened him out. And that's what I was talking about. When you're there, you are really helpless. All he can do is cover up. And really, this fight got called not because Stevens was really getting killed, but because he was showing no intelligent defense.
So Alexis Aquino storms back to pick up the victory here in the second round. Let's go now get the official time.
Ladies and gentlemen, at 3 minutes and 28 seconds of round 2, by ref stoppage due to unanswered blows, the winner came out of the red corner, Alexis Aquino, our bout winner. Alexis fights out of the Rhino Fight Team, and congratulations to our bout winner from Nicholas Velastro. Nick Velastro's Global Real Estate Services to the Star.
And Alexis Aquino out of Bedford, New Jersey, showing a lot of poise here. He's only been around for just a little over a year. Didn't make his pro debut until last June 30th, 2006, actually, and a year and a half later, after having his 4-win streak snapped back in the summer, he comes right back to victory, and he's standing by with Ron.
All right, with the winner, Alexis Aquino, and basically early in that first round, your nose pretty much exploded. Yeah. Blood was flowing, but it didn't seem to affect you that much, did it?
No, my cardio, even though I might not look like it, my cardio is top notch. I got guys like all the Rhino guys, Frankie Edgar, Chris Ligori pushing the hell out of me. So that's weird because I'm Puerto Rican and my nose really doesn't get smashed up too much. It's kind of pushed in, but it happened.
It seemed like midway through the first round that the pace really slowed down from his side. Could you sense that he was getting gassed out?
Yeah, totally. That's why I train so damn hard. Because if you're tired and I'm not, it's going to suck for you, dude.
Alexis Aquino, big victory for you. Enjoy it.
Thank you very much. Jesse, thank you. Everybody from Rhino, thank you. Vince from Death Wish, you're the best. We're partying at Providence Nightclub tonight. All my friends and family come down. Thank you so very much. God bless.
Well, I know Kenny Rice and Jeff Blatnick will be there too. Guys, back to you.
And we're going to take our buddy Ron Kruk with us celebrating his birthday. Happy birthday, Ron, as we see Alex Aquino here one more time putting this one away.
Yeah, once he got him down, he finally postured up tall, and that's what you want to do. You just start throwing him in, and if he doesn't do some movement, the ref will stop it, as he did.
And as you talked about it, as he stated just now, he was in better shape, and it certainly looked that way in the close. And here comes Rich Boine. 24-year-old Boine made his pro debut August 2006. Won his first 2 fights. He has lost his last 2 outings, including one just 2 months ago. Both his wins coming by way of TKO. Rich Boine now stepping into the ring.
He's out of the Tiger Showman's Club as well. Kickboxing, submission, grappling, his fighting style. And as you said, a 2-2 record.
And he's fighting against Doug Gordon. As Gordon now making his way to the ring, coming off a victory back in October. Won a decision over Eric Henry. You wonder about consistency with Gordon when you look at his fight line: a win, a loss, 2 wins, a loss, a win, 2 losses, and a win.
Now he's striving to try to find some consistency. Sometimes you try to bite off more than you can chew too quickly, and maybe that's his tough road to finding success.
As we take a look at the tail of the tape, and you see Doug Gordon with a slight height advantage, about 3 inches over Boine, and also going with that naturally in this welterweight matchup, he does have a reach advantage over Boine, and he does have a powerful punch.
Yeah, I saw him fight. He has decent takedowns, he can put people down, and he has a decent guard where he can protect himself. But when on top, on the ground, he had solid ground and pound. He can be tagged though. He leaves a little bit of an opening, and maybe that's why he's having some inconsistency.
Let's go to Peter Neglia now for the official introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next event brings us 3 5-minute rounds of mixed martial arts in the welterweight division, 170-pound weight limit. Our bout sponsor is Gamma O, and controlling the action in the middle of the ring is Kevin Mulhall. Introducing first from the blue corner, out of Team Tiger Schulin, wearing the red and black Tiger shorts, he weighed at 171 pounds. From Brentwood, Long Island, welcome please, Rich Boine! And across the ring, ready for battle out of the red corner, wearing the black and white trunks, he also weighed in at 171 pounds. From Newcastle, Delaware, welcome please, Doug Gordon!
Scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Kevin Mulhall is the referee.
Fighters. Okay, fighters, you both know your rules. Obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. If I tell you to break clean. Do you understand? Do you understand? Have a great fight.
There's Doug Gordon. 3 of his wins coming by knockout. Boine, his only 2 wins by TKO. We know they can both stand up and throw some punches if necessary. And here we go with round 1.
Well, Boine says he has lots of heart. Well, he'll be tested.
Showing a southpaw stance is Boine.
Both these guys look physically very fit. Clenching now, Gordon in tight around the waist. This is a superior barrel. He should score. The ropes saving Boine, and he pummels in.
And if you just tuned in, you'll notice it is mixed martial arts action because we got a ring tonight. And we've got 2 guys that when they stand up, looks like they've been there before. They do have some boxing abilities. Doug Gordon on top right now.
Yeah, that's something that MMA, I think, will eventually decide on as rings or a cage. I like the cage, and it's only because the ropes, if you have to push them out of the way or go under them or land on them, that can be dangerous. And there you see the referee's actually stepping on a rope to keep it out of the way. Gordon on top, half guard by Boine. He's really not moving up the body at all. And half a butterfly, now it's
Gordon
full mount.
moves up. Now Doug Gordon with that punching ability is quickly turning away is Boine. Boine giving up his back.
And that's what you should do right there. Hammer punches, everything you can to the side of the head. It's illegal to punch directly to the back of the head.
Standing up and out of it is Boine, but right back down, Gordon takes it.
And this is where Gordon likes to be, ground and pound. This is where I saw him when I was at the semifinals of the Ring of Combat.
Boine's corner, yelling at the referee, put him back to the middle. Meanwhile, Boine trying to stand up out of this. And Boine continues to have to be on the defensive here. Doug Gordon in control of the action.
Now, Boine needs to just step up with 1 foot and try to get to his feet.
It looked like he was almost there.
I mean, yeah, now he's got the hooks in. It's going to be hard now to come up. And now he's going to get flattened. And this is bad position. Rear naked choke is now in.
And Gordon is trying to put it away here in the first with the RNC. And he does, it's over. Doug Gordon, rear naked choke, and Boine has lost for the 3rd time in his career.
Hey, methodical. He knew what he wanted, and he just kept working it. He didn't get out of position. He didn't rush it. And certainly when Boine tried that one stand-up, if he had been rushing it, he could have been out of position and lost the entire situation. And he stayed calm, focused, and he eventually sunk it.
And for Doug Gordon, a man who had a 2-fight losing streak snapped Back in October, he's picked up his second consecutive win. And here's one more look at it. Gordon controlling the action on the ground. Then he got the rear naked choke in.
And he was really calm about it. He didn't get out of position. He just took his time. And a lot of times it's like when you tighten the bolts or a nut. You don't do it by flinging and the thing just whizzes around until it tightens. You do it quarter, half turn at a time. And so it may take you a little time to finally cinch it.
And now let's get the official time of this victory.
Ladies and gentlemen, at 2 minutes and 40 seconds of round one, a rear naked choke tap out. The winner came out of the red corner, Doug Gordon. Gordon out winner. Doug Gordon out of Team Run Elite BJJ out winner. And congratulations from our bout sponsor, Gamma O, the all natural testosterone booster. Congratulations about winner, Alexis Sky. Alexis is the world's tallest runway model, and CEO Cliff Morgan. We thank Gamma for their participation in tonight's event. About winner Doug Gordon, he's one happy fellow.
And Doug Gordon putting away Rich Boine here in the first round with that rear naked choke. And we get ready now for the Beast of the Northeast Championship. Let's check in with Ron Kruk.
Guys, after 2 bouts and months of hard work and training, it comes down to tonight for the Beast of the East Championship Finals. And with $12,000 and a championship belt on the line, these guys know they have a huge opportunity in front of them.
He better come with his A game because I got mine.
Without a doubt, I'm going to win. I'm pretty sure. I've been kind of envisioning a guillotine choke, so possibly a guillotine choke or a little bit of overwhelming him from the top position with some elbows, but I'm seeing a TKO.
I know that I'm going to go out there and give it 150%. I know no one works harder than me. I know I've trained it, but everything I got, I've dedicated my whole life to this. So, if everything pans out, the only person that can beat me is me.
No one's going to stop me. I know what his strategy is, and I believe that I can stop his strategy. I mean, I could talk smack all night, but you know how it goes. You just got to prove yourself when you get in the ring.
And now we get ready for the championship of the Ring of Combat Beasts of the Northeast welterweight division. Marc Berrocal making his way to the ring. The 32-year-old, still young in the pro game after a 4-0 amateur record, turned pro, has yet to lose now that he's getting paid for this.
Berrocal, good punching, particularly powerful in the standing position. The problem will be his opponent's wrestler. Can he stop the takedowns? He's got to be able to defense the takedowns.
A big fight for both guys tonight. Berrocal trying to make his statement. So too this young man, Charlie Brenneman. He made his pro debut back on July the 28th of this year. And he is coming in off a unanimous decision victory. He was forced to go the decision for the first time back in October. He did, and he came off a win. So a young fighter, 3-0. Very talented, though, and we've seen that in his early fights.
Solid wrestler, good ground and pound if he's on top. He can get tagged. I saw him get hit in his stand-up, and he also got caught in some submissions that he fought through to get to these finals, beating Joseph Aviles in the semis by a decision.
We will see if that going the distance experience pays off for Brenneman tonight as we take a look at our tale of the tape between these two. Brenneman, from just looking at him right now, you would say that he might be the one that's in the best condition to go the distance.
Yeah, physically he looks a little bit tighter than Berrocal. But I have to say this, Berrocal took out the champ, James Gabert, early on in this tournament, first round, and then he knocked out Andrew Colandrelli with a vicious right hook in the semis.
Let's go to ring announcer Peter Neglia for the official introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, our tournament continues. This bout features 3 5-minute rounds of mixed martial arts for the Ring of Combat, Beast of the Northeast, Tournament of Champions in the welterweight division, 170-pound weight limit. The man controlling the championship action will be Kevin Mulhall. Introducing first from the blue corner, out of the Real Fighting Dojo, he is wearing the blue shorts with the white lettering and weighing at 170 pounds. From Long Branch, New Jersey, welcome please, Marc Berrocal. And across the ring, ready for action out of the red corner, from Cambria Martial Arts, he is wearing the red shorts and weighing at 170 pounds. From Hollidaysburg, Pennsylvania, welcome please, Charlie Brenneman.
Good fighters. Okay, you both know your rules. Obey my commands at all times. Defend yourself at all times. Continue to break clean. Do you understand? Do you understand? Have a great fight.
Kevin Mulhall, the referee for this Ring of Combat Beasts of the Northeast Welterweight Championship. As you look at Berrocal, good following here from Long Branch, New Jersey. You heard the ovation for him. It's scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds, but if there is a draw at the end of those, because this is the championship belt on the line, they will go to a 4th decisive round.
Now feeling each other out, but I think this will favor Berrocal. He's got heavy hands.
Brenneman feels comfortable the longer the fight progresses. He believes after that unanimous decision victory, the only time he's gone the distance in his career, coming just weeks ago in this tournament, felt that gave him the confidence. Wow. He gets the takedown here early of Berrocal.
He got a great bit of leverage on that bear hug and just folded Berrocal over.
Look at that, moves up in full mount, gets positioned and starts getting the punches in early. Again, blows to the side of the head.
Oh, almost had the rear naked. Berrocal doing a nice job at defending his neck and moving up at the same time. He doesn't get caught.
Brenneman not wasting any time. When this bell rang, he came out on the offensive. And again, he couldn't get that choke in early. He'll throw some punches to the side of the head.
It's basically a cross-body ride in wrestling. Now he scooped the ankle and in a good position. He's just overwhelming.
He is all over. Charlie Brenneman is giving Berrocal very little breathing room. And Berrocal is not able to defend himself very much right now. He's trying to get to the corner, see if he can crawl away from this as quickly as possible. But Brenneman right now, relentless. He wants to get that belt, this young fighter who just turned pro back in July.
He's just winging leather. He doesn't care where it lands. Doesn't want to punch himself out either.
Well, I was going to say, you know, even absorbing some of these punches, Berrocal still hanging in there, trying to hold on, and now he's up on his knee trying to stand up. And now going for the rear naked choke is Charlie Brenneman.
He's able to defend the rear naked choke, but he's still on bottom. And his back is taken by Brenneman, and he is not leaving it.
Berrocal, Berrocal has avoided a submission, several punches. Once again, here's the rear naked choke attempt by Brenneman.
And this is a much better position for Brenneman now. He's got both heel hooks in. He's arched. His opponent is flat.
Now he just keeps throwing those punches in, and you wonder at what point here, Chuck, what can Berrocal do, if anything at all? Kevin Mulhall, the referee, looking on intently.
That's what he can do. He can turn to face his opponent. I realize you're giving up mount, but geez, when your back is taken, you can end the fight might get ended. So it's worth taking the chance to continue fighting, putting yourself in a worse position. But Berrocal able to survive. And you got to think that Brenneman here has got to feel a little bit of arm weariness.
Well, Brenneman talked about his conditioning coming into this. It's being tested right now. He has exerted all of the energy in this fight. It's come from the man in the red trunks as he continues to try to get some punches in there.
And what I like about Brenneman is he's like riding in wrestling. He's just keeping hip to hip, floating, and throwing punches. He doesn't care whether he twists underneath them. He's just going to continue to throw the leather.
Now we'll see some elbows for the first time. He tried to get a couple in.
They look like an arm bar was sitting there. He didn't take it. He knows, hey, he's got him on the ropes, literally. And he is winning this fight. He might put it away.
Once again, he tried to get that choke in there, couldn't do so. But he still has total control here of Marc Berrocal.
He's going to come up with his leg in again, and he can start punching again. And one of Berrocal's arm is trapped. The right arm is on the leg, so it is pulled back.
I wonder how many punches that Brenneman's thrown. Not necessarily landed, but just thrown.
And I love what Brenneman just did. I learned this when I was out training, and that is you scoot your butt back and you could have dropped into a guillotine. You let it go, but got it. It looked like it was there.
Berrocal now on his feet for the first time in what seems like forever. And that was momentary.
Good strikes right there.
And Brenneman continues to go to work. There's 10 seconds, and Marc Berrocal is going to hold on here to go to round 2 in this Beast of the Northeast welterweight championship. As you look at Charlie Brenneman, I tell you, that guy threw about 75 to 100 punches, didn't he? And he's not breathing hard.
At least, and this is how it all started. Good bear hug, and he just folds him right over, and Brenneman never left that position. He was on top, throwing leather, and Kenny, I think it might have been more than 75 punches he threw.
I was being conservative, I guess. Yeah, you're right. It was amazing. And obviously, Berrocal's able to hold up. It wasn't like they were just raining blows on him where he's taking punishing hits. But it was a very active Charlie Brenneman who dominated that round.
Oh, without question. He's got a big round right there. We got Berrocal right above us. There's no blood. There's no real swelling, no welts. So he's good to go as well, but it had to be frustrating. He was trapped. He couldn't get out. Every time he did, either a rear naked choke or leather hit him.
Round 2.
I looked up again. Right there he is. I didn't recognize him. He's standing up. As we go into round 2.
Yeah, he spent some time down, but watch out for his fists. But geez, he came in too close.
Getting that takedown once again is Brenneman. He went for that single leg. You see him holding on there, and he puts Berrocal on his back.
But this is a better position for Berrocal because he's starting from within the guard. Oh, some short elbows. Those are mean. And the reason I think elbows are pretty good is it doesn't take you out of position the way a punch would. If you throw heavy leather, your whole body moves. But with the elbows, they're short. They drop. They use gravity. And yes, I do admit they cut faster than a punch will.
And you see, again, Berrocal. I think these are the first punches he's even attempted to throw in this fight.
But he does have KO power, so even late in this round or the next round, he potentially could end the fight. But
full mount again is Brenneman. Now given to back is Berrocal.
And this is not where Berrocal wants to be. I think this is probably going to end the fight here.
This is like an instant replay of the first.
Brenneman just won't give up that top position. And Berrocal tried standing up, and every time he did, right there comes the rear naked choke.
We'll see Brenneman on a couple of occasions tried it in the first round. He continues to put the pressure on here in the second round on Berrocal.
because he's on his side. He can't quite sink it the way he wants to. He can get pressure there, but
Give me a thumbs up.
and see, he's actually talking to the ref, it looked like. Berrocal good at defending that.
Yeah, I mean, you see a lot of the arm swinging there. None of those punches doing any damage right now.
Half guard, and even though he's caught in a chokehold right now, side choke. Our referee in perfect position to observe this. You see his foot right there.
Give me a thumbs up.
And what he's doing is making sure Berrocal just doesn't go out.
Kevin Mulhall looking on, and Berrocal, as if he knows that. You see him throwing some punches to the side of Charlie Brenneman.
Berrocal's got no neck. He can't be choked.
Yeah, good point. Brenneman has a very small target there to work with when he's going for that rear naked choke or any kind of choke submission on Berrocal.
Oh, nice jump to side mount. Now he gave up splitting the legs. Let's see what he's going to try to move up to here. Full mount again.
Well, he's been in this position before in this round and pretty much all of the first round.
Oh, those are punishing, and Berrocal will turn his back again. Say, I'm not going to eat elbows, so try and get me here.
We could show this. We could probably right now do a split screen with the first round.
And this looks identical.
It's the same thing. We could repeat the first round at this moment. You wouldn't know the difference. The only thing here is while Berrocal, we certainly have to give him a lot of credit here for his conditioning to be able to take punches and stay right in there. At some point, he's got to go on the offensive.
Yeah, right now that's going to end it. 2 hands up on the side of the head.
And that is it.
Is going to end the fight.
That is it. Charlie Brenneman has finally put away Marc Berrocal.
And it took a while.
Referee stopping it here in the second round. And this was all Brenneman from the start of this fight. From the very start of this fight, he controlled it, and never once did Berrocal make even a threat that he was ready to take charge of this fight. However, he did hang in there.
Yes, he did. And I'll tell you what, I was a little disappointed. Berrocal has good hands, and he just pushed it a little too hard at the start of that second round and gave Brenneman the chance to take him down again.
So some of these are coming from the side.
Yeah, most of them are, but see, when the hands are cupped like that over the ears and the fingers are up like that, that is not an intelligent defense. That is, I want to put my head in a hole and not get hit, and the referee will stop it.
Some could almost argue it wasn't too intelligent in the first round.
Well, you could say that, but we didn't see punishment.
And there is Charlie Brenneman. He is the winner of the welterweight belt. And now let's get the official time.
Ladies and gentlemen, at 3 minutes and 54 seconds of round 2, there was a ref stoppage due to unanswered blows. The Ring of Combat Beast of the Northeast welterweight championship goes to Charlie Brenneman. Brenneman, our new champion.
Congratulations, Charlie.
And Louis Neglia, president of Ring of Combat, former world kickboxing champion, is putting the belt on around the waist of a proud Charlie Brenneman, our new champion. Joining Lou will be Gamma O CEO Cliff Boine and Alexis Sky. Alexis, the world's tallest runway model, congratulating our new champion, Charlie Brenneman, out of Cambria Martial Arts. From Hollidaysburg, Pennsylvania, our new champion.
So Lou Neglia, this is his Ring of Combat. I really enjoy this tournament. The Beast of the Northeast here as we got to the welterweight championship that Charlie Brenneman is wrapped up with a dominating performance. He is now in the ring with the belt and with Ron.
With the winner, Charlie Brenneman, as the fans continue to go crazy for you. You came out, speaking of crazy, you came out crazy aggressive in that first round. It began with the takedown, and then you just went to work.
Yeah, that's how what I knew I had to do was come out and take to the mat, and I did just that, so I think a shout out to amateur wrestling. That's what it's all about.
Very impressive cardio tonight. I think you might have thrown about 100 punches in that first round.
Yeah, man, I work my cardio hard. I got a good team behind me. Cameron Martial Arts, Fight Factor AMA, Whip New Jersey, and Brother Ben. Everyone helps me out. ESU Wrestling also. Work out with those guys every day.
Charlie, you were the season 1 winner on the TV show Pros and Joes. How does that compare to winning the welterweight title here in the Ring of Combat?
If you don't remember, Pros of the Joes! It was great, man. I've been lucky enough that God's put me in these situations. I've come out on top. Learned a lot through defeat over the years, and it's just helped me in my future. So Pros vs. Joes was tight, but I'm trying to make this my life, so it's a little bit more important.
Congratulations, you are the Beast of the Northeast welterweight champion.
Thank you very much. Check out my website, charlie-brenneman.com, Brenneman.
There you go. Kenny, Jeff, back to you.
Thanks, Ron. Impressive showing tonight for Brenneman, now 4-0 as a pro.
Oh, yeah, I loved how he plugged amateur wrestling. I love the fact he's a Guy Metzger lookalike. And I'll tell you what, he's aggressive, he's confident, and he's got some great skills. So he's got a bright future.
And he has a championship belt tonight. The middleweight championship of the Beast of the Northeast tournament on the line. Making his way into the ring now. Mike Massenzio, 8 straight. This guy is on fire. A 10-1 record, hasn't lost since August of 2005. That was a TKO to Jay Coleman way back when. And challenging him out of Massachusetts, Lance Everson. Everson, a record of 13-4. These guys have a common opponent, the very talented Dan Miller. They have each fought him. Massenzio won a split decision. Everson lost on a rear naked choke to Miller. As we take a look now at the tail of the tape, Massenzio, his last 3 fights has not gone past the second round. For Everson, he has won 6 of his last 7, including 4 in a row, and he's won the last 2 by way of TKO.
Massenzio has solid wrestling skill, wants to fight on the ground. He's got the good takedowns to get it there, and he's even got some submissions if he's there.
Peter Neglia now with the official introduction as the crowd looks on here at the Tropicana showroom.
Ladies and gentlemen, our tournament continues. This event features 3 5-minute rounds of mixed martial arts for the Ring of Combat Beast of the Northeast Middleweight Championship, 185-pound weight limit. The bout sponsor is Enrage, and controlling the championship action in the middle of the ring is Big Dan Miragliata. Introducing first out of the blue corner, from Iron Horse MMA, he is wearing the black crutch, weighing in at 185 pounds, from Patterson, New Jersey. Welcome, please, Mike Massenzio. And across the ring, he's ready for battle out of the red corner. Wearing the red trunks, he is out of the Boneyard, weighing in at 185 pounds. From Foxborough, Massachusetts, welcome please, Lance Everson!
What's up? All right, you guys got any questions on the rules at all? All right, protect yourself at all times, guys, right? Nice clean fight. Back up.
Dan Mergliata is the referee. It's scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. If there is a draw in this, because it is the championship, there will be a 4th round.
Everson, good at sprawl and brawl. Look for him to defend well. Solid hands, good elbows and forearms. He's also very good once he gets on top at the ground and pound game. That's how he beat Marc Stevens in the semis. Massenzio took out Eric Charles in the semis with a north-south choke.
Massenzio has to be careful with those knees from Everson. Everson with a slight height advantage on him. Now there's the takedown.
That's it. Push on his hip. Push on his hip and get your right leg in. That's it. That's it. That's it. Now work up with it, Lance. That's it.
Everson stands up and out of that and does so impressively, and now he'll try to work in a choke.
Yeah, he's got the front headlock going here.
Well, look there. He's getting it in pretty good, isn't he?
Massenzio doing a good job there. But these two doing a lot of clinching, but not a lot of attrition.
Well, we've seen both guys have to use their defensive skills.
That's where Everson likes to be, is sprawling away from the takedown shot. This is where he likes to operate. Coach said the right thing. Push and pull, that's how you unbalance the man off. Treat him like a table, 4 posts. You try to take one out and draw all the weight to it.
Once again, Everson starts to stand up that time.
No knees while you're on the ground. Now you can start throwing knees once he's standing. Looks like he's trying to get a guillotine choke going, but with the arm in there, it says it's not that tight.
Everson looks like he's still in pretty good shape at this moment. Massenzio working on that left side, now goes back down. He's hanging in there. His perseverance, maybe it'll pay off for him.
This is wrestling right here. It's called a front headlock, and you keep bringing the man to his head, try to bounce his head off the ground. And you take his back. You can also pick that ankle that Everson's stepping up with, knock him down to his back.
Massenzio now with some knees to the forearm of Everson. See what can go with anything when they stand up now.
Yeah, they're starting to reach out and touch each other. Let's see who can figure who out.
A sweeping right hand there by Everson.
Get off those ropes. Get off those ropes.
Neither of these two are renowned for their stand-up. Both of them better grapplers than stand-up fighters.
Everson, among those 6 knockouts, many have come in the ground and pound. When he's at the mat, that's his best. He's not going to land too many of those.
But we are living in the clinch here. Breath of fresh air as they separate.
Massenzio now with some punches of his own. Comes in with a couple of good lefts.
You must have heard me say they don't have much stand-up because Everson just went after Massenzio and hit him, and now taking him down. He's going for the, there it is, guillotine.
Massenzio wins it. Massenzio chokes him out.
He's all right. That's all right.
We saw the punches, a couple at least from Massenzio, but that is his bread and butter. And Mike Massenzio, third time in his last 5 fights, has ended it in the first round. And he is the Ring of Combat Beast of the Northeast middleweight champ.
And Massenzio just kept the fight where he wanted it. He got Everson underneath him, kept stretching him out, stretching him out, stretching him out. When they finally came back up to the feet, he opened up with his hands, caught him, put him down, got the guillotine. Right there, You see him with that early takedown getting on top. And then right here, bang, he switches right into it. Nice transition. Nice little roll there to keep position. And he's got his legs hooked in there tight. Ends the bout.
Massenzio once again winning this one, as he usually does, by choking out his opponent. He has now won 9 in a row and runs his record to 11-1 and takes the belt here in the first round over Lance Everson. Let's get the official time and go back to the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, at 4 minutes and 4 seconds, there was a tap out from a guillotine choke. The new Ring of Combat Middleweight Championship goes to Mike Massenzio. Some good sportsmanship there. Mike Massenzio, our new champion, and presenting the championship belt is President of Ring of Combat.
Congratulations, Mike. You're the champion now. Congratulations.
Who is joined by our mouth sponsor, CEO Paul Giordano, and raised with an instant insane energy. And congratulations to the middleweight champion, the beast of the Northeast, Ring of Combat, Mike Massenzio.
Well, Massenzio just needed that one little opening, as a good wrestler does, and he was able to do it and put away Lance Everson. He has the belt, and he's standing by now with Ron.
With the winner, Mike Massenzio. And Mike, you said this was the biggest fight of your career. How satisfying is to get a win?
Oh, it's great. Just knowing that I put in a lot of hard work and a lot of effort, and I sacrifice a lot. I give up a lot to gain a lot, and this is the best feeling of my life right now.
Mike, you landed a couple lefts that really was the beginning of the end of this fight. Take a look at the highlights and talk us through these.
Right from about here, I knew I hit him with a couple solid shots, and I hit him with a really tight bear hug, and I just knew I had to stay active the whole time. I knew from this position he was going to try and underhook and come up, and I knew that was going to set up for that guillotine.
And you sunk in right there.
I knew once it was in, it was in.
And that was that. Congratulations, big win for you. What's next? You've reeled off a lot of straight victories right now. What's next for you?
I'm just hoping to keep fighting, move to the next level, and wherever it may lead me, just take me there. And I'm here to stay. So whoever's got to fight me next, watch out.
Mike, enjoy this victory in the Ring of Combat.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
What do you think about Massenzio's future right now?
I like it. You know, if he opens up a little more on his feet with that height and reach, he could really do some damage. There's no doubt once he gets down on the ground, he knows how to finish. But we saw just a taste, just before he got him down on the ground, of his punching skill.
And he is the middleweight champ, the beast of the Northeast. We get ready now for our main event, the welterweights. And here comes the very talented Gregor Gracie, only 21 years old, only one fight. That was on June 23rd, a rear naked choke victory, 209 in the first round over Josh Liddell. But even with this young guy and one fight, that last name Gracie, his cousin Enzo is here tonight. He is well known, certainly in MMA circles, for a guy who only has one pro fight.
It's because of that name, the genetics, the legends, the family tree that, good Lord, how big is that? It's a willow tree is what it is.
It is.
And believe me, Gregor Gracie is being trained by some of the best teachers. He comes from a line of great teachers. Also, he's got the genetics. It's in his blood. And he was able to put away his first MMA opponent with that rear naked choke, and he looked good doing it.
He's very calm and collected. We saw him last night. Ron Kruk and I, we were doing our homework out of the casino, and Gregor happened to come by. It was just after midnight. He was very relaxed, very much looking forward to this fight. And here's the man he's taking on, Eric Henry. Henry coming in with a 7-3 record. He lost to Doug Gordon back in October. That stopped his 4-fight win streak. When you look at his record, 3 of his 7 victories by way of decision. Also has 3 submissions in there and a knockout.
Well, he likes to push and shove, and he's pretty strong. He's got good hands, so if he hits you, he can hurt you, and he has the ability to take you down. But here's the question. Do you want to get on top of a Gracie and start to have to battle submission attempts?
As we take a look at the tail of the tape here, the experience clearly for Eric Henry, but the youthful Gracie, a little bit of a height advantage, and we'll see if that plays out as it could even on the ground. You think about triangle chokes, etc. with that. Let's now get ready to meet our fighters officially. Here's Peter.
Ladies and gentlemen, our final event brings us the Ring of Combat Super Featured Bout. This is our main event. 3 5-minute rounds of mixed martial arts in the welterweight division, 170-pound weight limit. Controlling the action in the middle of the ring is Kevin Mulhall. Our bout sponsor is Enrage. Introducing first from the blue corner, out of Team Renzo Gracie. He is wearing the red trunks and weighing in at 171 pounds. From New York City, of the world-famous Gracie family, welcome, please, Gregor Gracie! And across the ring, ready for action out of the red corner, from the Bomb Squad, wearing the black trunks with the white lettering, he weighed in at 171 pounds. From Cortland, New York, welcome, please, Eric Henry!
Okay, fighters, you both know your rules. Obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times, and if I tell you to break, you break clean. Do you understand? Do you understand? Touch gloves, come out fighting.
This one's scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Kenny Rice, Jeff Blatnick, Ron Kruk here ringside at the Tropicana showroom in Atlantic City. HDNET Fights presenting
Let's fight!
Lou Neglia's Ring of Combat, and so much anticipation about this young Gregor Gracie in the red as he comes out and goes on the attack against Eric Henry.
Well, Eric Henry's a lefty, and I thought maybe that southpaw stance and punching might give him an advantage standing. But here you see Gregor wanting this to go to the ground right now. In on a bear hug, inside trip, and he puts Henry down.
Wasting no time, Gregor Gracie.
And Enzo in Portuguese.
Yeah, what's he saying to him?
I'm sorry, I don't know Portuguese, but he is talking to him.
Well, we were all hanging out at the roulette table last night, and Gregor, by the way, told Ron Kruk, and we saw him, he won $125. So he's taking in his full Atlantic City experience.
There you go.
That's what you can do when you're 21 years old and still come out and take side control here in this fight.
Well, you got to remember, too, you might have seen him late at night, but when is he fighting? Late at night. So it does no good to wake up at 6 in the morning and sit around all day. So he's probably just trying to acclimate to the time he's fighting.
He's very
How's
calm.
that for an excuse?
Well, and also he really is a very calm and collected guy. Seems wise beyond his 21 years, which I think comes with hanging around the Gracie camp.
And all of the politics within the Gracie family.
And you wonder about Eric Henry. I mean, he's had some good fights. He's had some good wins. Has a 7-3 record and feels like the underdog coming into this fight.
Without question. But he is on his back, and he has got a submission specialist poised on top of him with the knee in the chest. Watch him rotate armbar. Here it comes.
Here it goes. Gregor Gracie
it.
is trying to put this away in the first round.
And now he'll milk this.
Just like he did in his debut. It took 209 in his very first fight, his only fight, to get that win. Can he do it here in the first round?
He's got it hooked. Now
he's getting those hammers in. And look at the blows he's giving Eric Henry.
And Henry has to do something
Look at
to
Henry
stop
trying
it.
to retaliate here, but he still cannot get free.
Power slam. Oh,
now he does. Eric Henry, a reminder, hey, I've been around. I got a few lessons I can show the young guy.
Well, hopefully he'll show him the left-hand lesson. Has Gregor prepared for a southpaw. Gregor circles to the right. It's moving into the power.
clipping that jab out and trying to follow it up is Eric Henry, not able to get that combination in.
Watch for Gregor to bull rush, take a double. What you don't want to do is be predictable with your punches, otherwise he'll go under you.
And getting away from that is Henry.
And you wonder, did Gregor think he had it coming with that arm bar? And somehow Henry managed to work his way out.
Delivers a knee, and now Henry comes right back with one. And Gregor tries for the trip, and again, stepping over that is Henry.
Henry needs to be ready to strike right away. Boy, he holds his hands low. Boy, a left hand by Gracie right now would go in uncontested.
Henry with the low kick. Now another. I think that kind of knocked Gregor off balance a little bit.
Yeah, it seemed to bother him a little.
There's a good kick to the shoulder. You could hear that pop.
Hit him up.
Gregor comes back and gets an inadvertent low blow.
He turned his back on his opponent. I'm surprised he did that.
Yeah,
normally you wait for the referee to let you know that he's stopping it. But apparently both knew it right away. Gregor will get 5 minutes.
Well, these are things you learn as you go on. I'm sure Henzo will tell him never turn away. And now while Gregor waits, he has his 5 minutes. Eric Henry waits. Hey, let's go now. A man who knows a lot about this fight standing by with Ron Kruk. Ron.
That's right, in the corner, in the Gracie corner with cousin Henzo Gracie. How's Gregor doing so far?
Oh, he's doing great. He's showing an unbelievable jiu-jitsu skill, and he's showing everything he knows well.
What was the game plan going in against a guy who was a karate expert, which you don't see too much in mixed martial arts?
Yeah, he's a very good striker and very strong. You can see that he's much bigger than my boy, but it's a good fight. Let's wait to the end and see what happens.
We haven't seen you since February in the ring. When are you going to fight again?
I'll be back real soon.
Sounds good. Thanks. Kenny, back to you.
Thanks, Ron. Henzo Gracie, MMA legend over there, and he's watching his cousin Gregor in his second pro fight here.
And I don't know whether that was a slip or did he just get caught enough with a punch to put him down.
That's a good question because Gregor did pop back up quickly, but Eric Henry looking very strong here now after the young Gracie came out in the first part of this fight. Tried his submission, didn't get it. As we heard, though, from the corner of Henzo Gracie talking to Ron that he feels very confident right now in his cousin.
Well, the pace is slowed. There's that nice double attempt, and that's a nice looking double, and Gregor gets it.
There he stays with it and gets the takedown again, his second takedown in this fight.
If anybody knows position, watch when he first hits the mat. His back and head come right up. And when you have a vertical back, you're in a lifting position, and that's what a double is.
Final seconds of round one.
And that'll do it.
Gregor Gracie in the red, his second pro fight.
And I'll tell you what, that takedown right at the end with no response, that might have won him the round.
Now there is first part of this round, and the aggressor very much the young Gracie, but he was not able to get the submission.
Nice left hand right down the pipe there by Gracie. But there, that double, the ability to come up, nice trip and finish, and that happened right at the end of the first period. That could have stole the round because it seemed that Henry was making a comeback.
Henry got some strikes in. He was able to do a few things there in the first round. As you look at Henzo Gracie right in front of us here talking to Gregor, we would listen in, but except for those Portuguese-speaking members of our viewership, no one else knows what is being said here between the Brazilians. And Henzo loves that, you know it.
Oh, absolutely. Are you kidding me? Sure, we'll tell you what you're doing. You won't understand it, but we'll tell you.
I tell you, my friends in the bull riding world, they know exactly what he's saying. They watch mixed martial arts on HDNET. Some of those great bull riders from Brazil as well.
Oh!
And early on here is Gracie getting some punches in as well, coming back on Henry. And there's a knee by Gracie. And the trip up, and standing right back up though is Eric Henry.
I'm impressed with.
And look at Henry just slung him against the ropes. I mean, that was just taken over, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I wish he had stepped in and tried to punch while Gregor was coming up, but he was impressed with himself there. I would have been too. I mean, he literally threw him into the ropes.
Oh, he just fired him over there like nothing, didn't he? I mean, you wouldn't believe these guys are in the same weight class.
Now, Gregor on top, side mount is dangerous for Henry. Side mount is much better position to get to different submissions and to strike.
I imagine that Eric Henry, probably a little frustrated coming in here, that hardly any respect given to him by the masses coming into this fight, even with the 7-3 record. And Gracie going to work here.
He's grabbing his own thigh. He's trying to rip that hand off of Henry's thigh. Henry's hanging onto his own thigh to keep his arm from coming out.
Now you wonder, at what point does Gracie give up this strategy?
Well, if he's got a secondary one that he's setting up.
Yeah.
And I'm sure in Portuguese he's being told exactly what that is.
Well, there's always a plan A, B, and C usually with the Gracie system.
Now you got to remember,
there
this
he's
is
got the arm out.
Oh, that's tight.
He got that right arm out, and he's bending it back now. And Eric Henry, is he going to be able to hold? No, it's over. Eric Henry taps out. Gregor Gracie goes 2-0 as a pro. And look at the celebration in the Gracie corner. 21-year-old Gregor, now 2-0 in his career.
And very typical of the Brazilians, when they celebrate hard. And there are a lot of them in the ring, and they're being escorted out at the moment.
Yeah, it'll be carnival the rest of the night here at the Tropicana.
Well, when the UFC was down there and we were down there, I couldn't believe it. They swarmed the ring.
Okay, now let's take a look at the second round here.
That was Henry's punch, but then it was all Gregor.
Henry able to get that straight in, and then what's here? It's Gregor coming back, going with the knees, and then getting the takedown.
And right here, no, they come up, and I think this is when he's going to get slung. Right, oh, just cut it. And there, a nice Kimura off to the side. He's going to keep bending that arm back, Keeps resetting and redoing, and there with good balance, you see the tap.
Gregor Gracie is 2-0. Let's get the official time.
Ladies and gentlemen, at 1 minute and 56 seconds of round 2, an armbar tap out brought the win to Gregor Gracie. Gracie, our main event winner. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause. Good show of sportsmanship. Eric Henry and our belt winner, Gregor Gracie. Congratulations by Paul Giordano, CEO of Enrage, our belt sponsor, for that insane.
So Gregor Gracie goes to 2-0, and I'm sure as with any good young fighter, you learn a little bit in each fight, and I think Eric Henry able to get enough in there to teach him something tonight.
Oh, I thought he put up a game fight. He kept his hands a little bit low, but I'm not going down to the ground with a submission specialist.
Exactly.
I'm going to keep it on my feet and take my chances there, but Gregor would have none of it. And a good day, showed good punching, good ground game.
Well, it was Gregor Gracie now running his record to 2-0. Very impressive tonight in picking up the victory, and he's standing by with Ron.
With the winner, Gregor Gracie. And Gregor, you showed a little bit of everything from the arsenal tonight, even some strikes. Give us your thoughts on this fight.
Yeah, it was pretty tough. It was hard takedown. I was working. I've been training stand-up for a while with Mike Smith. He's a great guy. You know, I just glad I was able to get the takedown and be able to finish.
Looked like you almost caught him in the first with the arm bar. How close were you to finishing it?
I thought I was pretty close, but he was slick. He was able to get out. He came on top. He did the right defense. It was a good job for him.
Gregor, let's look at some of the highlights. Talk us through these.
Again, I was working my strikes. I was able to get some good hits. And I was glad I was able to let my hand go. They were working the clinch. He was a strong guy. He was slippery. He was getting out of my takedowns. It was good.
This was a big victory for you. You are now 2-0. What's next? Is there someone out there that you'd like to fight?
No, I just want to fight. You know, I enjoyed this a lot. I like being here. I just want to fight.
We couldn't really understand your cousin Henzo. What was he telling you in the corner?
Stay calm. You have this fight. Just work to take him down, and you're gonna have it.
Congratulations, the winner, Gregor Gracie.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Okay, guys, back to you.
All right, Ron, thanks. Gregor Gracie getting the win. He was the main event tonight. We also saw tournament action as well from the Beasts of the Northeast finalists, and I think everyone had a good old time here at the Tropicana showroom tonight watching this Ring of Combat show.
Yeah, New Legula does a great job here as the promoter of Ring of Combat. He's been promoting MMA for a very long time. Ring of Combat is a successful organization. They are one of the big ones here on the East Coast. We're going to see some great fighters graduate through the Ring of Combat.
Thank you for being with us tonight. HDNET Fights presenting New Neglia's Ring of Combat before a good crowd here at the Tropicana showroom. And the main event did not disappoint those that come out to see the young and up-and-coming Gregor Gracie run his record to 2-0 with that second-round submission win over Eric Henry. For my broadcast partners, Jeff Blatnick and Ron Kruk, I'm Kenny Rice. So long from Atlantic City.
HDNET Fights, reckless abandon.
This guy's tough.
An unstoppable night of live mixed martial arts action.
This is the biggest fight night in history.
MMA superstars Jason Mayhem Miller and Frank Trigg headline 10 heart-pounding battles. Exclusively on HDNET. Watch it live, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, Saturday night, December 15th. Sponsored by Rob Zombie's Halloween DVD.